In this video we'll be exploring what a fraction is and what they're made of. So firstly, in maths terms, they're made of numerator and denominator. And a way of remembering that is if you put the word nude, N-U-D-E, numerator on the top, N-U, and the D-E underneath the denominator. That's one way to remember it. How can you represent fractions? It's your choice. There's two representations here. So one, I would say, is the pizza method or the circular method, and one's the bar method of representing it. I would say choose something that works for you and keep to that method. So what's it made of? Well, the first thing it's made of is how many slices of pizza there are. And what I mean by that is, in this picture you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slices of pizza. That makes up the whole pizza. So the denominator, or the bottom number, basically means how many slices you've got, or how many parts you've got to make one whole. Then you've got the numerator, or the number on the top, and that tells you how many parts or how many slices you're using. So in this case I'm using 1 out of the 4 slices that I could possibly have used. And then finally you've got the line in the middle, which means divide. This is quite important because every time you want to change a fraction to a percentage or a decimal, you do the top number divided by the bottom number. So that line always means divide, even if the line is written slightly differently. So for example, on one of them you've got a line that's written diagonally, on another one you've got a line that's written straight across. It still means divide. So when you're writing fractions, they might come up as different people might write them different ways. They still mean the same thing. 1 over 4 is one way of saying it, which is 1/4, or 1 out of 4. Or 1/4 still means the same thing. So you've still got the bottom number, which represents how many slices there are or parts, and the top number, which represents how many slices or parts you're using, and then the middle bit, which always means divide. And you've got pizzas or parts of something. If you've got all the parts of something, you've got one whole, whatever it is. All the parts to a toolbox, all the parts to a pizza, you've got a whole thing. And that's what whole fractions represent. So if you've got the same number on the bottom as the top, you've just got one whole. So either 4 over 4, 8 over 8, 10 over 10, 1,000 over 1,000 is always just going to equal one whole. And if you use the line which means divide, you still get 1. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 8 divided by 8 is 1, 1,000 divided by 1,000 is 1. So that's what fractions are made up of. And you can prove it by doing something like this. So if you look at that, don't look at the fractions, just look at the pictures. So you've got 2 pizzas. And that's how simple it can be. It just means you've got 2 whole pizzas and each one is worth 4 slices. So when you're adding whole fractions like 4 over 4 or if it was 8 over 8 or 1,000 over 1,000, it doesn't matter. You've still got one whole pizza. So if the number is the same on the bottom as the same as it is on the top, it just means one whole. And if you've got 2 of them, it means you've got 2 pizzas. That's the end of this video.